for today. I can see it coming. Well, the big boss got me an appointment with a consultant. You know what we call her around here? The cleaner. The butcher. So it can only mean one thing. I'm in the next batch.
Steve, your midday appointment is here.
Speaking of the devil. Okay, good to go. I'll speak to you later.
Mr. Green.
Please, call me Steve.
Mr. Green, do you know why I'm here?
Let me guess. For the next batch.
And what makes you think that, Mr. Green?
It required a swift reputation around here, you know?
Your company has asked me to evaluate and to reallocate the company's potential in terms of personnel. Don't listen to the gossip. I'm not the killer these people think I am.
Whatever. So what can I do for you, miss?
Miss C.
As in?
As in careful. As in carefree. As in caring. Just Miss C, okay?
Okay, just Miss C, so what can I do for you?
Mr. Green, do you see any particular reason as to why I should be recommending an end to your 8 years of loyal collaboration here at Pathways Corporation?
For one thing, I was the last to arrive in the department. I have a family, children. They take a lot of my time and energy. I have to pay for their education. Well, on the other hand, this kind of consideration doesn't really fit into your logic of, how did you put it? Reallocation of the company's potential.
You know, it is exactly this kind of defeatist and paranoid attitude that plays tricks on you and works against your own interest. Do you have any plans for lunch?
No, nothing special. Why?
Let's get out of here. Let me take you to a place where you might look at life a bit differently, with a more serene and objective outlook.
Missy, what a surprise. Oh, it's been a long time.
Yes, it has.
Good to see you. Oh, you came with one of your victims. Welcome. The usual table of the condemned. Please.
Relax. I won't have lunch with someone who is tense and aggressive.
The only person who's aggressive here is you. As for your friend, the hostess. What are those creepy innuendos about your victims and the table of the condemned?
Calm down. It's just a joke between girls, okay? Now, tell me, how do you see yourself? I mean, in life, outside of the office, with your friends and family? I'd like to have an idea.
Why don't you ask them?
I'm asking you. So please stop with this aggressive adolescent act, or I'll drop you here and I'll really get you fired. You're starting to get on my nerves with this air of the victim that the whole world wants to crucify.
Isn't there any menu in this dump? How is one supposed to order any food around here? You just ask for the last supper of the condemned.
Fresh start cocktail to begin with. And for lunch, may I suggest self-respect salad for the gentleman?
Oh, yes.
Seems appropriate.
I think so.
And for you, dear, red herring with patience herbs. How do you feel with that?
Absolutely.
Good.
As usual, you are a very creative hostess. Thank you.
And for the next course, well, we'll advise according to the vibes.
To us. Tell me something funny about yourself.
Something funny.
Something funny. Something amusing. Yes, something different. Something to take away this gloomy work atmosphere that you're carrying around with you. Something about your childhood. Something foolish that you did when you were young.
What's in that cocktail? Noble powder and arsenic? Or just vitriol and Red Mountain?
Stop it. I'm really getting tired of this. Play another tune.
Story from my youth. Well, there was this time when my mother, whom I loved, and who loved me dearly, was preparing a very large party. She had arranged for my brothers and I to have an early dinner. While she was in a last-minute rush before the guests were to arrive, I came down in my pajamas and was tugging at her evening dress to ask her to come and hug me good night. She was so stressed that she pushed me away, saying that she didn't have time. Her reaction shocked me and hurt me so much that I went back upstairs without a word and sneaked underneath a very large old Norman armoire. I can still remember the layers of dust I lived with for 24 hours. I stayed under that cupboard all night and all the following day with my thumb in my mouth. Of course, everybody was looking for me. I was in a daze, like in a very deep and detached meditation where nothing could reach me. This self-imposed confinement made a big change in me. I was about 4 years old.
Wow. Thank you. What a funny story. I'm not surprised. Fits well with what you are now.
And can I know what this means?
Well, do you sometimes feel like this story kind of repeats itself in your adult life?
Oh, I get it. I see where you're going with that. Back again to where we speak about the victim who the whole world wants to crucify, right?
Red herring with patience herbs and self-respect salad for the gentleman. Bon appetit.
Don't you think our friend Vivian is a riot in her own way? Where were we? Oh, yes. Who are you?
Who am I?
That's right.
A young white executive, 6 feet tall, 36 years old, married.
Stop it! You're doing it again. Being more stupid than you actually are. Who are you really? That's what I'd like to know.
I told you, 6 feet tall, 36 years old, married.
You're just describing your physical characteristics. What's visible. The age of your body, its color, race, and social status. That's not what I'm interested in. Have you never asked yourself the question, who am I?
Never had time, I guess.
Do you realize what you're saying? The world's oldest question. The one thing that makes mankind different from animals. The first thing that one should do when one wakes up and looks at themselves in the mirror in the morning, and you don't have time. So, of course, I suppose that you've never wondered what you are doing on this earth and what the meaning of all this is, have you?
Of all what?
Life. Your family, your job, your house, your car, and with them, your worries and your joys. Or do you identify yourself so much with all of those things that you don't even see the difference between them and you anymore?
We haven't yet made up our mind about the main dish, have we? So in the meantime, I suggest a little brandy, very nice, made of salt consciousness, and a little drop of lucidity serum. It's a very light liquor, which you'll enjoy while you wait. Tibetan sadhus usually recommend it for its meditative qualities.
Drink. You'll need it.
What do you want from me exactly? You are here to fire me. Sorry, to evaluate me. In order to decide at which sauce you're going to serve me, raw or cooked, according to your taste. And here we are talking philosophy and stuff.
You're really slow, aren't you? Don't you know who I am? And why we are here together? Do you want to go on battling against the storm? Don't you want to wake up to yourself? To get out of your own limitations? It won't hurt, huh? Quite the opposite.
So, what you're trying to tell me, if I've got it right, is that it wouldn't hurt to stop wearing blinkers, to step back and see the forest behind the trees.
That's about right.
Sure. Like that your task will become easier when it comes to giving me the bad news. Very convenient.
I've not yet decided anything as far as you're concerned. That's entirely up to you. As a matter of fact, the less attached you are about it, the better.
So what are you saying? That I'm not Steve Green? That I'm not 36? That I'm not a young white executive?
That's right. Surprise? You are none of those things. Stop thinking that this is what you are. That's the first step. Get out of this jail that you've locked yourself in.
Okay. But so then, who am I?
The one who makes it all work. Like a driver in his car, if you like.
Does it have a name?
Energy. Pure energy.
So you and I, that's what we are. Pure energy.
That's right. Call it a soul or point of light. Same thing.
A tiny point of light to drive this big body and this complicated brain. Why not? Interesting viewpoint. Then what?
Don't you see? It changes everything. You are a soul. You have a body. You are not white or black, male or female, tall, young, or rich. Energy is eternal. It never dies.
So, next step, if I follow you, I'm immortal. That's what you're implying, aren't you?
Of course you're immortal. We all are. That's why you don't have to fear dying anymore. Nor do you have to fear losing your petty job. Every one of us, at one point or another, will shed this bodily envelope, whether it is through old age, disease, or accident.
Okay, but again, then what?
Then we take another one.
Another what?
Another one of these delicious cocktails. Another body, of course.
Wait a minute, are you into all this business of reincarnation and rebirth?
I am not into anything. We are energy. This energy lives in the body for a while, has its fun, pain, and all of those things, and then leaves this body and moves on to take another one.
Okay, but again, what's the point?
Exactly my question to you. What do you think the point is? Have you never asked yourself this question?
Fricassee of soul in a Renaissance sauce served on a bed of immortality.
Thank you.
Can I take this? Worth savoring it in silence while demystifying preconceived notions.
Oh, poor Mr. 36-year-old, 6 feet tall white executive. You're completely lost, aren't you?
Do you play this game with all your victims?
No. Only the ones who are with it.
And what makes you think that I am?
Your illusions. It's 2 o'clock. Your boss is waiting for me. I gotta go. Thank you. So I'm thinking that for our longer branch, we have to kind of go out on the limb here. We have to go out on the limb and really choose somebody that I think is unexpected. I think that he can do the job.
Okay. And?
So, Mr. 6 feet tall waiting to be laid off. Still employed? Surprise. Have you thought about our little conversation the other day?
You seem quite intimate with our big boss. Is he also immortal, disembodied, pure energy?
That's good. I see that you recall something of what we talked about earlier. And that, as usual, you still misunderstand everything. Good. It'll make my decision a little bit easier.
And you continue to speak in riddles.
That's true. I do like to cover my tracks, have you noticed?
A little, yes. Besides, you didn't tell me everything, did you? If what you said is true, there's got to be something else. It cannot end there, I mean. There's got to be some sort of higher entity who makes sense of everything. Right?
Not bad. Not bad at all, huh? You're making progress. How do you feel if we just leave everyone? Just go.
I mean, just go without taking leave? Just quit together in front of everyone?
Do you have a car?
Yes, down below in the car park.
All right. Meet me in front of the building in 5 minutes.
No, but
Please, just do as I say.
Where are you taking me?
You'll see.
Another one of those strange places, I bet.
Yep, and you ain't seen nothing yet, mister. Now shut up and let me concentrate so that I can signal to them through the power of my thoughts that we'll be arriving soon. I said lie down!
Hi.
What are you feeling?
very light. A lot of light. And warmth. A lot of respect too. And love. Here you are. I've been looking for you all over the place. What was that bizarre experience the other night, and what were the big boss and his advisors doing there?
Do you remember what you felt?
Oh, yeah. It was.
Very pleasant.
Indeed. And more, it was. How can I describe it?
Fulfillment? You felt filled with joy and contentment?
Yes. That's exactly it. Like a huge breath of fresh air filling me, cleaning me inside. Nothing else had meaning. All of a sudden, it was as if everything was very clear. I understood everything in a glimpse. Life, time, the world, without any need of words. What was it exactly?
I told you. You found the one that you were looking for without even realizing that you'd been looking.
But now, how can I find him again?
Do you know this letter? This is the letter Om. It's universal and it triggers the sound that you heard in the meditation center. Now, turn on your computer and type it.
But this letter doesn't exist.
It's here, but you can't see it. Close your eyes. Get back to the source of light. It's inside you. Let it resonate in you. Let it guide you. Green.
Yeah.
Listen, the management has decided to extend your current contract. You may be expecting a promotion in the next few weeks.
I want to leave that warmth again. That light, that love. Nothing else interests me anymore.
Are you out of your mind? You have a family. Children that take up lots of your time and energy. You have to pay for their education. Do you remember? That's the speech that you gave me the first day that we met. And now that the company is extending its trust in you, you just want to run away from your own karma? For God's sake, pull yourself together.
But it's you.
What?
It's you who opened this completely new horizon for me. You who showed me that there was something else out there. You who helped me find a new meaning to my life.
And that's how you thank me? Huh? Just trying to blow it all off?
No.
You really don't get it, do you? Listen, one cannot escape one's own karma, but one can alter its personal consequences, the way those same situations affect us. Look at you. 1 week ago, you were desperate to keep your job, and today you just ignore it. Try to reconcile those two realities. That's what life is all about, my dear.
No, wait.
Listen, we're gonna attract attention. Tonight, meet me at the conference room, 10 p.m., not before.
In your new position as a director of our US branch in New York, your main objective will be to give hope to those who have lost all hope, to bring peace to souls, and to give light in the midst of the chaos which will precede the Great Enlightenment. The world is going through a critical yet pivotal time. A renewal, a revelation, an unveiling. It is our duty to make plans for this transition. Miss Coroner's mission was not to destroy your life or to make it miserable. She was the instrument to help you wake up to who you really are. Now it's your turn. Always remain aware of yourself as pure energy. Keep your mind focused towards the source of the light. And open the eyes of those who crave to have a glimpse at the source and to see themselves for who they really are.
In a cavern, seeing only the shadows of themselves being reflected on the bottom wall of the cave. The sage is the one who understands that what he sees is only a pale reflection of light. He finds the way towards truth and gets out of the cave. He then contemplates pure light and decides to come back into the cave in order to show mankind the meaning of truth and introduce them